Hey, y'all, gravity. Any day above ground, live it. Back from the gym. I might have overdid it a little bit, but I'm good. But yeah, we got to get into this, family. We're not going to waste no time. Torian, hello. Blacklight, hello. Now, I'm in the gym. I'm working out. It was a beautiful thing. I felt the burn. I happened to look up, and it said, breaking, Supreme Court overturns affirmative action. Now, we know how the mainstream media is. They like to write dumb shit. So I said, after I'm out workout, I'll go look it up. They overturned affirmative action in the case of race-based admissions at colleges. And we can thank the Tar Heels and Harvard University for this. We can thank them for that. And I said, okay, let me look up the definition and the ruling. Let me see what they talking about. Ooh, white people gonna be upset, boy. White people finna be upset. Because this ruling works in the favor. There's a white people. We're gonna get into it. Give me 1 second. Torian said, I wish there was it is what it is option. You know we could change that easily, brother. You know we could change that easily. We finna take this away and we finna make another one. But how y'all doing today? Y'all out there getting that sunlight, I hope. Like I said, I overdid it just a little bit because I kind of felt a little lightheaded, but it makes sense because I haven't been in the gym in like 2 years. So it made sense why I felt a little lightheaded because I was pushing myself like I was pushing myself 2 years ago. So I got to kind of slow down a little bit, but it was fun. It was fun. Yeah, this Supreme Court decision. Oh, white people are already crashing out on Twitter, by the way. They're bringing up Trump. They're bringing up DeSantis. They're bringing up old videos. They're trying to say this is the end of America. We say what we always say, cut the check. Let's go. This is just empty talk. But we're going to look at the ruling and we're going to see what they was talking about. Carlton Way, hello. All right, so we're going to start here. We're going to show the video because, of course, you know, white people had to go on TV and say something. Of course, they did. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to look at white people. Let's check out white people. Let's see. Torian said Asian American communities heavily spearheading this one. Ironically, they're the ones that caused this and they just fucked themselves. But we're going to get into that a little later. Let's get y'all into the details first. Here we go. Fair use. Let's speed. Can't you speed this up on this one? Probably not. All right, we'll risk it. Go ahead, white woman.
No longer constitutional, according to the Supreme Court justices. Anna, we've been headed to this space for a very long time, and unfortunately,
I ain't gonna hold you for my basketball fans. Why does old boy look like? Why does he look like Kendrick Perkins and Kevin Durant did the fusion dance? And why is his head like that? Like he just took the do-rag off like 30 seconds before he was about to go on the air. All right, shout out to this man. I like that suit though.
there is a tie-in between the public discourse right now around diversity and everything that we are discussing, the misunderstanding of how race is actually used and discussed, and then a very disingenuous conversation about race in America, all of which has contributed to us being where we are. I share Eddie's feelings about knowing this was coming, but also being emotional about it now that we are actually hearing those words. And to Julia's point, what she was just talking about, we have already seen in California, for example, what it does to a student body to remove race from a factor of admissions. It has not worked out well. We have seen fewer and fewer Black students in the UC systems because of the removal of race as a factor in terms of being able to identify qualified applicants who can be there.
Explain that, because I think a lot of people think you're either qualified or you're not.
She basically said it like that because she wants the Black man to tell her in white people language what this means. And if he can, explain it for white people. Because white people don't understand what he's talking. I understood exactly what he's talking about, but white people don't understand what they're talking about. But okay, go ahead, Black man. Let's see if you on code.
Why does race even matter? I think that's what the justices are saying here, right?
Race does matter because in many respects, there are a number of myriad different considerations that come into play when you're talking about the experience of an applicant who is Black, who comes from certain areas, who had certain advantages or was void of certain advantages, going into a college application process versus someone who did not come from that background and did not have these advantages. And it is not from what...
Well, that look like any PG County lawn right now.
People have still, even from 1978 with Bakke, people still misunderstand affirmative action. It has nothing to do with quotas. It has nothing to do with numbers in the sense of hard, fast, and rigid measures. And I have to go back to Dahlia's a piece that Dahlia wrote earlier, where one of the fatal flaws of how we got here is a decision that came, I believe it was Fisher, where they said basically, in 25 years, it put a sell-by date, essentially. And those are Dahlia's words. I want to give her full credit, right, for writing that and basically saying, hey, well, perhaps we can revisit here. As soon as that decision came out, that date began to be marked on the calendar. And people said, well, we can get here at this point.
All right. He kept it on code. He was using big words. He was showing his intellect, and that white woman was just like, All right, so that's part one. We're going to move on to this video. Down there, Winston-Salem, Greensboro area. State legislators react after U.S. Supreme Court rules in North Carolina's redistricting case. Wait, is this the right one? No, this might not be the right one. No, this ain't the right one. Sorry. That's something different. Okay, so here it is. Supreme Court rules that colleges must stop considering the race of applicants for admission. So we know what this means. This means that you're going to see more Chinese students going back to their original names. This is what this means. Because we all know they used to hide their names that their parents gave them because their parents thought that it wasn't going to be acceptable to have that kind of name on an application. They were just going to reject it. Now they're going to go back to that. All right, we'll see how that works. The Supreme Court ruled Thursday that colleges and universities must stop considering race in admissions, forcing institutions of higher learning to look for new ways to achieve diverse student bodies. In a 6-3 decision, the court struck down admissions plans at Harvard and the University of North Carolina, the nation's oldest private and public colleges, respectively. And that's it. That's their whole article. Ooh. Okay. So we have that. We move on to an updated article. Supreme Court strikes down affirmative action in college admission, says race cannot be a factor. The Supreme Court on Thursday struck down affirmative action in college admissions, forcing institutions of higher education to look for new ways to achieve diverse student bodies. Hey, dumbass white people that are talking right now on social media. Guess what that said? It said in college admissions, not the full thing. Because I've seen a lot of you dumbasses out there talking about affirmative action is over. You guys are dumb. Especially you conservatives. You guys are dumb. But you're useful idiots for next year. But you're still dumb. And the black conservatives that follow you are even worse in the intelligence department. But that's okay. The court's conservative majority overturned admissions plans at Harvard and the University of North Carolina, the nation's oldest private and public colleges, respectively. Chief Justice John Roberts said that for too long, universities have concluded wrongly that the touchstone of an individual's identity is not challenges bested, skills built, or lessons learned, but the color of their skin. Our constitutional history does not tolerate their choice. Give me the line one time.
Okay. Say cut the check.
Garbage. Justice Clarence Thomas, the nation's second black justice, who had long called for an end to affirmative action, wrote separately that the decision sees the university's admissions policies for what they are: rudderless, race-based preferences designed to ensure a particular racial mix in their entering classes. Justice Sonia Sotomayor wrote in dissent that the decision, quote, rolls back decades of precedent and momentous progress. Figured the Latino would say something, but we're not going to be xenophobic here today, ladies and gentlemen. We're not going to do that. And yes, I have on the Everything Woke t-shirt. I had to put on the Pan-African fist, even though I'm not a Pan-African, because, you know, Pan-Africans are probably pissed off right now. We're going to explain why they're pissed off right now. And I had to put on the Stacey Abrams wig. I had to do that. Stacey, you lost. But that's all right. The Supreme Court, I'm sorry, I went too far. Both Thomas and Sotomayor took the unusual step of reading the summary of their opinions aloud in the courtroom. There's that black and brown coalition. I'm just kidding. In a separate dissent, Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson, keep a pin in that. The court's first black female justice called this decision truly a tragedy for us all. Oh, because you can't use so the Caribbeans and the Africans can't use their flag no more. Oh shit.
Oh, you motherfuckers. Okay. All right. I'm putting cases on all you bitches.
That's right. This is gonna be fun, boy. The vote was 6-3 in the North Carolina case and 6-2 in the Harvard case. Jackson sat out the Harvard case because she had been a member of an advisory governing board there. The Supreme Court had twice upheld race-conscious college admissions program in the past 20 years, including as recently as 2016. But that was before the three appointees of former President Donald Trump joined the court. At arguments in late October, all six conservative justices expressed doubts about the practice, which had been upheld under Supreme Court decisions reaching back to 1978. Lower courts had also upheld the programs of both UNC and Harvard, rejecting claims that the school discriminated against white and Asian applicants. Of course, because we didn't bitch because we knew they weren't going to let black people in. So we didn't care. We did not care. Concerned black citizen, hello. Lower courts also had upheld the programs of both UNC and Harvard, rejecting claims that the school, I just read that. The college admissions disputes are among several high-profile cases focused on race in America and were weighed by the conservative-dominated but most diverse court ever. Among the 9 justices are 4 women, 2 black people, and Latina. They just had, for y'all to talk about affirmative action is gone. Y'all just had to mention that there's affirmative action in SCOTUS. All right, say less, do your thing. Do your thing. And every one of them, except the white people, the 4 women, the 2 black people, and Latita, they all benefited from affirmative action. All right. Well, my wife she's just cutting up in there. All right, say less. This is for her. Don't tell her I ever did this. Nah, she's an American citizen. I'm just playing. She was born here. I want to deport her cell phone, though. That's what I want to do. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, be quiet. Anyway, the justices early in June decided a voting rights case in favor of black voters in Alabama and rejected a race-based challenge to a Native American child protection law. Ooh. The affirmative action cases were brought by conservative activist Edward Blum, who also was behind an early affirmative action challenge against the University of Texas, as well as the case that led the court to 2013 the end use of a key provision of the landmark Voting Rights Act. Blum formed Students for Fair Admissions, which filed the lawsuits against both schools in 2014. The group argued that the Constitution forbids the use of race in college admissions and calls for overturning earlier Supreme Court decisions that said otherwise. Blum's group also contended that colleges and universities can use other race-neutral ways to assemble a diverse student body, included by focus on socioeconomic status and eliminating the preference for children of alumni and major donors. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, that's going to work. Especially at Harvard. Yeah, that's going to work. The school said they use race in a limited way, but that eliminating it as a factor altogether would make it much harder to achieve a student body that looks like America. All right. At the 8 Ivy League universities, the number of non-white students increased by 55% from 2010 to 2021, according to federal data. That group, which includes Native American, Asian, Black, Hispanic, Pacific Islander, and biracial students, accounted for 35% of students on those campuses in 2021, up from 27% in 2010. What the hell are you talking about? It's not that damn funny. Y'all hear this? Y'all hear this shit? Watch this. Watch this. Hey, baby. Wife of mine. Wife of mine. You know they can hear you on the mic, right? No, I didn't. They laughing at you right now. How do they hear me? I'm far. This mic is a dynamic mic. It can pick up a lot of sounds. That's why they heard Catherine the other night singing. That's what I'm saying. Catherine's always making noise. Yeah, but they hear you. I'm just letting you know. Thank you, so kind. Right, Carlton. She is having a good time. You damn right they can. But continue to do your thing. He's having a good time. You want to see the comment? I show it to you. It's right here. All right. See, you still gonna come over and look at it. Look at you. All right. Anyway, so there you go, family. This is hilarious, boy. The end of affirmative action in higher education in California, Michigan, Washington State, and elsewhere led to a steep drop in minority enrollment in states leading public universities. Right. They are among 9 states that already prohibit any consideration of race in admissions to their public colleges and universities. The others are Arizona, Florida, Georgia, Nebraska, New Hampshire, and Oklahoma. In 2020, California voters easily rejected a ballot measure to bring back affirmative action. A poll last month by the Associated Press NORC Center for Public Affairs Research showed that 63% of U.S. adults say the court should allow colleges to consider race as part of the admissions process. Yet few believe students' race should ultimately play a major role in decisions. A Pew Research Center survey released last week found that half of Americans disapprove of consideration of applicants' race, while a third approve. Pew Research Center's survey released last week found that half of Americans disapprove of considerations of applicants' race, while a third approve. Of course. Of course. The Chief Justice in Jackson received their undergraduate and law degree from Harvard. Two other justices, Elena Kagan and Neil Gorsuch, went to law school there, and Kagan was the first woman to serve as the law school's dean. Every U.S. college and university the justices attended, save one, urged the court to preserve race-conscious admissions. Those schools, Yale, Princeton, Columbia, Notre Dame, and Holy Cross, joined briefs in defense of Harvard and UNC's admission plans. Only Justice Amy Coney Barrett's undergraduate alma mater, Rhodes College in Memphis, Tennessee, was not involved in the cases. Okay, here we go. Let's have some fun, family. Black Light Revelations, hello. Thank you for the $10. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, because I need white people to see this, because white people are about to crash out today on Fox News. It's going to be so much content for us. So much content. Here we go, family. We have the full brief. Yes, we did. We downloaded it for the family. I wanted y'all to have it. So we're going to pull this up. Let me just grab it again. Y'all are going to love this. Because there's a particular term in there they use 24 times that I want y'all to see. So here it is. 20-1199 Students for Fair Admissions Incorporated v. President and Fellows of Harvard College. Didn't we just read about Mr. Blum and them, Mr. Edward Blum and them? All right. Would y'all like to see the term that they use 24 times? Watch this. I'll give y'all a clue. I'm going to give y'all a clue. We're going to use this. We'll use this one. No, we won't use this. You know what? Yeah, we'll use this one. No, it's not Jamaicans.
Free my people. No. Free my people. Free my people. No.
I'll see the highlighted word there, family. I will blow it up for you. Do y'all see that highlighted word? Friedman. Oh, yes. Clarence Thomas was actually not cooning today. When I read this, I couldn't believe it. He wasn't cooning. He was actually on code. My jaw dropped when I was reading this. Friedman was mentioned 24 times in this. But there was a particular one. We're going to start here. Start with the 1865 Freedmen's Bureau Act. The act established the Freedmen's Bureau. We know all that. It was it this one? You're sure that to the contrary, they explicitly clarified that the equality sought by the law was not one in which all men shall be 6 feet high. Rather, it strove to ensure that freedmen enjoy equal rights before the law, such that each man shall have the right to pursue in his own way life, liberty, and happiness. Because, of course, these jackalopes, I'm talking about the white supremacists, they want everybody to have equity. They do not want everybody to have equal rights. I'm going to say that again. White people want everybody to have equity. They don't want everybody to have equal rights. What do I mean? When you have equity, you could determine the price. You could determine the value. When you have equal rights, everybody is on a level playing field. This is why I don't get into debates about equity and equal rights, because there's no debate. I would rather equal rights than equity, because you're not about to tell me what I'm worth. I'm going to show you what I'm worth, and I'm going to be more of an asset than you are. Like I said, they should crash against them internal shores like that submersible did. Yeah, and we know what's going to happen with that. Then they're going to cry racism. Some conservatives have a way of dancing the line between cooning and being on code. It's actually quite interesting. It's the proverbial fence. If y'all saw my Twitter, if you're on Twitter, Anthony Brian Logan tried it. That's why I said, just have fun sitting on the fence, brother, because one day he'll say something that's on code, and then right back within 2 days, he'll say something that you're like, well, you should just shut up. But all right. Where else did they mention Friedman? Another law passed in 1867 provided funds for freedmen or destitute colored people in the District of Columbia. Hey, all my DC people, go get your reparations. Maybe Clarence Thomas is trying to show us that he's the spook that who sat by the door. Justice Sotomayor argues otherwise, pointing to a number of race-conscious federal laws passed around the time of the 14th Amendment's enactment. Post at 6 dissenting opinion. She identifies the Freedmen's Bureau Act of 1865, already discussed above, as one such law, but she admits that the programs did not benefit blacks exclusively, which people like Marcel and others have noted. They more took care of the white folk than the black ones. She also does not dispute that legislation targeting the needs of newly freed blacks in 1865 could be understood as directly remedial. Even today, nothing prevents the states from according an admissions preference to identified victims of discrimination. Ooh. Even though they changed it, but, you know, she was right. Most states have allowed race-based admission policies. Let's see. Let's continue. Justice Harlan dissented alone, and the betrayal that this court enabled had concrete effects. Enslaved black people had to build great wealth, but only for enslavers. No surprise then that the freedmen leapt at the chance to control their own labor and to build their own financial security. Still, white Southerners often simply refused to sell land to blacks, even when not selling was economically foolish. To bolster private exclusion, states sometimes passed laws forbidding such sales. The inability to build wealth through that most American of means forced black people to sharecropping roles where they somehow always tended to find themselves in debt to the landowner when the growing season closed, with no hope of recourse against the ever-present cooking of the books. Shit. This is going to be good for y'all reparations claim. Make sure you add this to the folder. Shit. Torian said, I read some of the statements from the Republican candidates running for president. It sounded like one big campaign slogan. Would you like to see one? Because Trump just dropped one. Would y'all like to see it? Because we have it. We have it right here. It is from Truth Social. This is a great day for America. People with extraordinary ability and everything else necessary for success, including future greatness for our country, are finally being rewarded. This is the ruling everyone was waiting and hoping for, and the result was amazing. It will also keep us competitive with the rest of the world. Our greatest minds must be cherished, and that's what this wonderful day has brought. We're going back to all merit-based, and that's the way it should be. Merit-based. You want to play that game? Okay. Yes, Tori, and they're cheering way too soon, and I'm going to pop their bubble. I'm going to pop their bubble. One big great statement for the whole week. Listen, that's the Lord and Savior.
It's Rizzo, baby.
Nah, I know, Tori. You ain't gonna call him the Lord and Savior. I know.
Who cares?
I know. But his buddy his buddy, Dumb Satan, went over there in his war room because of course the right can't meme. Of course they can't. Did they forget the Councilman scanning back in 2019? Where was the merit then? Facts. What about 2016 when the Asians started suing heavy? Huh? What about that? They always seem to forget that. This is family. This has been a 7-year war. And we're going to get into that part because Asian students, I hope y'all realize you just screwed yourself. I just hope you know you screwed yourself. And I'm going to explain why. This is what the mainstream media will not tell you. And I know you guys don't come over here anyway. But maybe the Blasians will hear me. Now let's hear what Dumb Satan's war room said. Because, of course, they put up a video with Trump talking to Chuck Todd on MSNBC on Meet the Press. Here we go.
Affirmative action. Should we keep it? Yes or no?
I'm fine with affirmative action. I mean,
Should it be expanded or should be limited?
Well, it should be, you have to also go free market. You have to go capability. You have to do a lot of things. But I'm fine with affirmative action. We've lived with it for a long time, and I've lived with it for a long time. And I've had great relationships with lots of people. So I'm fine with it.
Typical answer, but he's right. We've had affirmative action for a while. Without affirmative action, he wouldn't have been able to hire all the Mexicans. He said also go with capability. He also said you got to go with what was the other? Free market. So you have to find the best talent. There's nothing wrong with saying that. But Dumb Santis thought this was a gotcha. But see, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. They didn't strike down affirmative action across the board. They only did it for race-based admissions. Stupid. Dumb Santis voters. See, this is why you're going to be the laughing stock in 2024 unless y'all start getting educated and realize your man is not a good candidate. And urge him to continue destroying Florida and get out of this race. This was not a smart move. You actually bolstered his likeness with the independent voter. I'm going to show you why. HBCUs. This is a call out to all prospective Black students applying to colleges next year. And even your master's and your PhD programs, because these are going to be affected as well. I'm going to need y'all to make sure when you do these applications, you apply to at least 1 or 2 HBCUs. Because now that they're not playing race-based admissions anymore, yeah, HBCUs are going to be a breeding ground for PWI conversion. What do I mean? This ruling. Do you understand now? I'm going to say this again. Do you understand now that they're going to fall head over heels to make sure they get Black people in them schools? They're going to beg us to come to their schools. Carla, don't worry. We're going to talk about that when we do the concept of zero. That actually does have something to do with the concept of zero. Just like this, what I'm doing is the concept of zero. They're going to beg us to come to these schools. But of course, there was another problem they didn't anticipate and they haven't talked about yet. But I shall be the first. Do you realize with this ruling now that all race-based scholarships are going away? Hey, black women, y'all love those scholarships because you're a triple minority most of the time. You're going to have to compete on a level playing field. You just lost your advantage. Notice how the news hasn't talked about that yet. I'll do it for you because I love y'all and I know y'all are intelligent. You just lost a major ability to go to college. Because now all these hurt ass Asians and white people will say now that scholarships based on race are unconstitutional. So no more NAACP. No more of those. No more black-based scholarships. They're going to become indirectly people of color awards. So now you're going to have to compete with Latinos. No more scholarships for people coming out of certain neighborhoods. We know there's been private businesses and churches that have given out scholarships to black students living in the area. Can't do that no more. Every gift is a curse. I know our parents have taught us this lesson, but a lot of us forgot it as human beings as we got older. Every gift is a curse. This is a gift that you'll have an easier time to admit now. Now, when it comes to the bursar, how are you paying for this? So instead of having maybe 100 black kids going after 2 scholarships that are black based, now you're going to go into a pool where maybe that same scholarship now you're going to be applying against thousands. Oh yes, Torian, they're out there doing the fusion dance. They're probably jerking each other off on FaceTime right now on their commentary. They're probably practicing each other's, listening to each other's speeches and what they wrote down. You got to put the locks in that afro. Nah, we don't touch Stacy's here. Now we got to keep it nappy. We got to keep it nappy. Oh, let's get into them because I know y'all want to hear this part. Hey, let me turn off the screen. I got to talk to my people. Hey, Caribbeans and Africans. Will y'all finally join me in saying this? That Biden is
insult to my existence.
All that bullshit equity y'all were running around with for the past 2 years after we done warned y'all, do not vote for that man. That man is going to F you eventually. And he just F'd you eventually because, again, if you read that SCOTUS decision, they were putting over FBA and ADOS all through that. No more race-based. Hey, since y'all wanted to run around and tell everybody you're not black, now you get to be with who you want to be with, them white folk. Except you're going to be the dark whites now. Oops, I shouldn't have said that.
Where's your family from?
They're from Jamaica, Tariq. And I'm out of school. I've been out of school for 15 years, and I'm happy. I hope y'all realize what this decision is. By the way, it's ironic that one of the voters was a Caribbean.
Where the fuck have you been?
Y'all was sitting there in your oxtail-induced itis, listening to calypso music, and didn't even read the tea leaves when I told y'all she was going to screw y'all. I told y'all this, but y'all ran up there and y'all were praising this woman. Y'all was flying on a flag outside. I had some chump tell me yesterday that because I complained that she didn't answer what a woman was, that was a stupid move. And she said that took the correct route. I wonder how you Caribbeans feel today. I wonder how y'all feel. A tragedy for us all. That's what she said. Because now you're giving, again, a gift and a curse, but the Supreme Court actually gave Black Americans more of a chance to compete for these seats. And by and large, if they do it right, like I said before, go to these HBCUs and build up that equity. Our really talented young people go to these HBCUs and bring the value up so they can get these grants, so they can get these programs that all these corporations want to just give them just because they're Black, but they don't want to give them based on merit. You fuckers now are going to be next to white people, and white people's numbers are dwindling. So you get to go compete with white people because now HBCUs are going to use priority Black Americans. So no more cosplaying because you Negroes don't listen. You Negroes play Pan-African all day until you saw a little bit of a benefit. You know, the biscuits. And we're not talking about the dry ones they got down there in the Caribbean. We talk about the soft, out of the oven, buttery biscuits with a little bit of honey on top. You saw those biscuits and you decided to turn your back on the one segment of people that are going to have your back forever because you share our melanin count. And now look what happens. White supremacy always breaks their tools. I hope you understand on June 29th, 2023, you just got broken. I hope you understand this, but most of y'all ain't going to pick this up until next year. Again, shout out to Great Black Shark. I am glad you are here, brother, because you can attest to this because you're down here in Georgia with me, and Georgia said they don't use race-based admissions anymore. So now all these Asians, they're going to put themselves out there. They're going to go back to their old names, and bam, y'all going to see. They're going to look at your name, and they're going to be like, nah, we good. I'd rather take Tanya Johnson, who comes from a semi-middle class background in the DMV area. She wants to do bioengineering. I would rather take her than take Wong Fei Hung from New York City who wants to be a doctor. I would rather take the Black woman. Now, again, there's going to be problems paying for this money. It's going to be problems, but you will see the Black admission rate going up. This is good. But again, it's also cursed when it comes time for payments and all that. We might be more in debt, but like I said, it'd be better off if us go to HBCUs. Well, Black Americans go to HBCUs, build up that equity. But cocoa bread, shit. We talking hard old bread, brother. No, cocoa bread is too nice for them. Cocoa bread, they leave in the warmer where the patties are and stay warm all day. You change it out every 3 hours because then it gets hard. You gotta get the hard old bread in the Golden Crust bag. You know what I'm talking about. No matter how much butter you put on that thing never gets soft. You know what I'm talking about. There you go, Great Black Shark. His first day in my stream, and he's starting already. He's starting already. Look at this here. Y'all, hey, where is it? Y'all eating this bread? Y'all eat this bread? Y'all not eating that bread. Y'all gonna tell me that bread dry. Try to say, yep, and once they see how it works against an Angels fight to get it back, it's too late. Nah, hey, listen. Why do you think I never said anything about them Asians suing? I knew something they were gonna screw themselves. And ironically, that dude a couple of weeks ago, he screwed the entire race. They finna excommunicate him. They're going to excommunicate that man. He's sitting on what channel was he on? Was that MSNBC? Sitting there, he almost started crying, talking about they didn't let me into my preferred college. I wonder how he feels today. Now you really gotta compete. You really got to compete. Clarence Thomas put the fur away and said, I'm riding with my people from the soil. Shout out to them. Shout out to the Most High. Most High been looking out. So dumb. I'm sorry, family. Politics is so funny. Politics is so funny. Carla said my nephew is attending Morgan State University in Florida. He played football, ran track, and excelled in academics. The perfect student athlete. That's what they need. Now watch. You gonna see more Jeremy Lin's on the court. That was fucked up. I shouldn't have said that. That was wrong. That was wrong. Now I'm gonna get accused of being xenophobic. Listen, let me tell you something. It'd be nice if these colleges went balanced. It'd be nice, but we know they're not. They go, you know them suckers at Harvard and Yale and Princeton and all them Ivy Leagues. They're trying moves right now to try to see how they could skirt around it, lest they want to lose their funding. I'm interested to see how many of these donors and what they call it boosters pull their money because they don't like this. I wonder how many of them are on the phone. Damn, Shark. He said they're gonna throw spring rolls and soy sauce at you. I don't care. Shout out to the soy sauce supremacists. Shout out to them. This is what you get. Y'all don't mind your business. You jackasses sat right up there in 2020 when Biden won down here in Georgia, talking about we're coming. We're coming for Atlanta. Once Stacey gets in, we're going to have power. How did that work now? How'd that work? Now y'all on TV bitching about the crime in Buckhead. How's that working? Buckhead is still getting money. Where is Kamami in this? I thought she was supposed to be fighting for y'all. What's the saying? Out of one Asian, we are one. Out of all Asians, we are one. Oh, wait, that's Jamaica. My bad. But she's Jamaican, so she probably remixed it. That's how she laughing right now. But anyway. Now watch. They're gonna go make nice with us. Watch.
Oh, I know I don't think I see what I'm seeing, what I'm thinking.
I need one of them news organizations to get old boy that was crying a couple weeks ago, get him back on there, and ask him about this decision. I'm curious to see how he feels. He might be the Asian version of Van Jones. Start crying. Y'all don't listen. Well, like I said before, the Friedman, FBA, and ADOS, y'all secured a huge win. Now, got to take this for two levels. One, make sure the kids apply to HBCUs, get in and elevate. And two, use this for your reparations. Kids. But anyway, let's get into the concept of zero before I get up out of here. It's interesting. This right now, this puts everybody at zero, which is hilarious. Everybody's going to be at zero starting next year. Everybody this year is locked into their college. They're about to leave. If you're in the South, you're going to be in college within 2 months. For the North, you got about another month after. Well, 2 weeks after that. 2 weeks. The concept of zero. Now, I was on a stream with Blacklight last week, and the concept of zero came up, and I said I was going to talk some bullshit, but it got me thinking about the concept of zero. So we all know the zero is denoting the absence of all magnitude or quantity, the additive identity. We all know this. But the concept of zero is also quite funny because we go online and every day we're looking up things to tell you guys what to watch out for, what to look for, especially with these white supremacists. And we have the concept of zero showing its true colors out here. We're going to start with the concept of zero when it comes into research, particularly with this hip hop debate again, because I don't understand why this still comes up. But okay. Every 3 to 5 months, a new award show comes on. It comes back up. All right. We have an identifier of zero right here. She's not even creative enough to come up with a name. I'm going to blow this up some more. This chick. Now, if you're on Twitter, you know who this is. If you're not on Twitter, I'm going to explain who this is. This woman is called Deidre. And Deidre happens to be a Bajan and a Jamaican. Nothing wrong with that, right? Nah. She considers herself a cultural historian. Keep a pin in that. An orator. She's LGBTQ, cigar smoker, dark liquor sipper, and a vinyl spinning gal. Vinyl spinning. Keep a pinning that. Why am I showing this woman? Well, she retweeted Nina Turner. A little bit of a red flag, but okay. Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson's dissent in affirmative action is on point. Yeah. With Let Them Eat Cake obliviousness today, the majority pulls the ripcord announces colorblindness for all by legal fiat, but deeming race irrelevant in law does not make it so in life. Ooh. Ooh. Could that mean that Ketanji knows that they may pull that on them cops? To be continued. But again, why am I showing this woman? Well, she decided to run her mouth a couple of days ago about hip hop. Ooh, she's talking about the RBG. Oh, that's Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Okay, whatever. What is this? The wildest thing about affirmative action is that similar to food stamps, while women benefited off of these forms of social policies for decades. Did she just compare food stamps to affirmative action? It's going to be interesting to see how they react to also not getting into university solely based off on their gender. That include, oh my God, she can't be this dumb, but she might be based on what she said about hip hop. Hey, ma'am, guess what? I know this is a dog whistle for white women. You don't want to say white women because you know white women will come to your page and do the white woman thing and shout you down, and then you're going to lock your tweets because you know you can't stand up to criticism. But okay, they're talking about you too. Just a quick lesson for you, but let's go. Where is it? So you're just gonna go in. I like how she just keeps putting up stuff about affirmative action, but we're gonna do this. Okay, let's look up your hip hop tweet. Where is it? Damn, can't do it like that. Okay, we'll just do this. She said something stupid about hip hop. Ah, we found it. Did she block me? No, she did not. Okay, that's not the tweet. Where is the tweet? No, that's not it. Where is it? Where's her tweet? She didn't delete it. No. Damn it. Where's the original tweet? She said a whole lot. Jamaican roots in New York City. She's just talking. Jamaican roots. Hip hop has Jamaican roots in New York City. What? I think she took that original tweet down. All right, whatever. We'll just play this. We'll start here. So she said, Notorious B.I.G. is Jamaican, Foxy Trini, LL Cool J is Bajan. Can somebody confirm that for me? I never knew LL Cool J was Bajan. I did not know this. 225 girl, hello. No, she was talking about Busta Rhymes getting that Lifetime Achievement Award by BET, even though I still say he doesn't deserve it, but what it is. John Guillory, hello. I saw that chick on Twitter saying so much nonsense. All right. I did not know LL Cool J was Bajan, but all right, sure. Nicki Minaj is Trini. Dougie Fresh is Bajan. Grandmaster Flash is Bajan. Heavy D is Jamaican. Busta Rhymes is Jamaican. Cardi B is Trini. You forgot Dominican, but okay. She plays Dominican. She don't play Trini, but okay. KRS Run is Bajan. Kid and Play is Jamaican. 50 says Jamaican. He already admitted that he's Black American and his people are from South Carolina, but good on you. Good on you for telling. 50 says grandfather is Jamaican. I didn't. So unless he's Gullah Geechee and one of them 3% that went from Jamaica to South Carolina, I don't see how that is. 50 literally, she said they both claim this and it's documented. 50 literally said his people are from South Carolina. He's Black American. What? What? How you just gonna lie on LL Cool J? I've never heard LL Cool J say his people were from what you call it? From Barbados. Not Barbados. What's the one? Whatever the one. I never heard this. Here we go. Busta Rhymes bringing out Jamaica's finest artists on stage. This is the intersection we need to highlight more in hip hop. Hip hop originated from Jamaican roots in the Bronx. MC and rhythm and interpolations are all part of Jamaican ska, reggae, and dancehall culture. How do you tell this lie? How do you tell this lie? How do you tell this lie? And I asked her why she didn't say something about Danielle Rowe getting killed in Jamaica since she's Jamaican. But how do you tell this lie? Where? What Jamaican roots in the Bronx? What are you talking? MCing? So she just forgot about the big band era. She just forgot about that. When it was an entire show, she just forgot about that. Okay, rhythms, because I'm sorry, I've listened to old hip hop tapes and they don't use no reggae beats or reggae band recordings in their beats. I've never heard Bob Marley, unbeknownst to me, I've never heard Bob Marley used as a sample with his voice or anything. I've never heard this. I could be wrong. Where did ska come from, man? Huh? Where did ska come from? What was ska born out of? Huh? What was ska born out of? Caribbean mento and calypso, American jazz and rhythm and blues. So half of it is from up here. Huh? Actually, 225 girl, they presented it to Samuel Jackson. So there you go. They already blew open the criteria. A Black Shark said, "Guess in the home cannot claim to be his architect." Busta Slides. That's a good one. Busta Slides. I'm still just gonna call him Busted Lies. Whack Joe, etc., are going to look very foolish once we drop this upcoming hip hop documentary featuring Dawn being the original founders. That's great. I really wish Disco King Mario was still alive. But the funny thing about that too, Shark, is you have video after video after video of Herc saying it was already started before he got there. He just brought an element to it that they used. But even he doesn't say they originated it, that he originated it. He was one of the founders. Cut this crap out. Jamaica, Jamaicans, I'm going to tell y'all again, and the rest of you Caribbeans, we got bigger problems to worry about than who created fucking hip hop. And I'm sorry, I got to take the wig off for this because I need y'all to hear me when I say this. I need y'all to really hear what I'm about to tell you. Turn off the rhythms from 2007. Put down the cornmeal porridge and the Royal Castle chicken. I need y'all to hear me. I'm going to close the screen for a second. I need y'all to hear me on this. Two things. Number one, great. Let's just say Black Americans said, you know what? Y'all created hip hop. Cool. Y'all can have it. I said this before. I'm going to say it again. I don't care if they flag the video. I don't care if they give me limited monetization after I say this. I don't care. I need this pointed out because I love y'all, but y'all are pissing me off with this. Are y'all ready to deal with them Jews? I'm going to say that again. Are y'all ready to really deal with them Jews? There's 3 big Jews when it comes to this music game. Universal, Warner Brothers, Sony. Now, technically, Sony's owned by the Japanese, but we know who runs it over here on these shores. Are y'all really ready to deal with them? Since y'all want to say y'all created hip hop, are you really ready to deal with them? Y'all talking all this shit. The infrastructure in the Caribbean is a mess, but y'all want to worry about hip hop. Okay, great. They sign over hip hop to you. All those trillions of dollars, are y'all going to use that to fix up the Caribbean? Probably not. Yeah, I know what y'all going to do with that information. You're going to run around and bitch at FBA and ADOS and tell them how wrong they've been for years, right? Even though there's documented proof. That's what we do. So I'm going to ask again, especially with Sony, are y'all ready to deal with them Jews? Y'all saw what they did with Michael Jackson. Are y'all don't got the stomach for that? I'm sorry to say, Jamaica, as tough as we want to portray ourselves as, we're not that tough to mess with them Jews. Y'all barely saying a word to the Mexicans down there. Y'all not ready to deal with the small hats. That's number one. Number two, that post brought up the Jamaican artists that were on the stage with Busta Rhymes. Yeah, I seem to remember Spice Adams on there. What the fuck was she doing? You finally get an opportunity to go to BT Awards, worldwide coverage, and like Thames and the rest of them did at the All-Star game in Utah, you wasted that opportunity, which is why dancehall is dead right now. Reggae music is dead right now. That's why they're using trap beats to try to garner some interest. Oh, I wasn't supposed to say that. I will say it again. Y'all are using trap beats now to try to garner some interest in dancehall, and dancehall's dead right now. Y'all had the opportunity to restart it with Coffee Brown, but you fuckers down there didn't support her. She had to come up here like Shabba Ranks and try to get a buzz, and it didn't pop off. Now where is she? Y'all let a white band get a brand new category at the Grammys last year, Best New Reggae Artist. Now, luckily, they cleared it up this year with Kabaka Pyramid. But yeah, that's how much they think of dancehall and reggae music right now. The one that was built on the backs of Toots and the Maytals, Bob Marley, Freddie McGregor, Beres Hammond, Sean Paul, Beanie. I can name them all day. No wonder they're not putting out music anymore. Because they looking at y'all. Y'all was supposed to carry the torch. Y'all ain't got shit. Ice Spice is your. Why do I keep saying Ice Spice? Spice Adams is your representative. And look what she did at the BET Awards. That's how y'all want to be remembered. Now y'all want to claim this sexy red idiot. Yeah, how's that working out? Y'all let all the Jamaican and Caribbean based record companies get folded into Warner Brothers and Universal. How's that working out? Most of y'all don't even own your own music. And so far, you don't own your music. They don't even play it. Tell me where I told the lie at. Nobody gives a damn about reggae music. Want me to prove it? Okay, Busta Rhymes' whole set. I looked down on Twitter. They said the shit wasn't. It was great nostalgia, but nobody cared. You think Jay-Z would have got that? You think 50 would have got that? You think Nas would have got that? Hell, you bring out all the ladies of hip hop. You think they would have been silent? He come out there with all his people. Nobody cared. The most memorable clip, I want y'all to hear this. The most memorable clip that they played was fucking Redman when he did The Goodness. They didn't even care about Busta's part. Busta brings out Spice Adams. He looked like some old dude that just married some stripper chick and they were performing at their wedding. Or like their 5-year and they're like 10-year, what was it, 25-year anniversary. That's what they look like. She's sitting there showing her leg, trying to stretch her leg out. I think she did a split or whatever the fuck. And we're all looking at her like, what the fuck is this? But of course, all the degenerate Caribbeans are like, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen. It's funny that y'all are claiming that y'all created hip hop along with the Latinos in arguably the worst era of hip hop ever. The music ain't charting. There's no memorable songs unless you count Drake, but he ain't really hip hop. He's more pop. They have to bring old songs back into Billboard 100 just to have hip hop trend. The only person I've seen from this new school that's been consistently in that chart is Metro Boomin. And Ice Spice, but of course they're promoting Ice Spice because she's degenerate as well. Nobody cares about this crap you guys are putting out now. If I want to hear dumbass rap, I'll just go play Big Shaq over there on BBC. I'll just play his verse all day. If I want to hear degenerate, at least his shit was entertaining. You Negro sat right here for years talking about how you created something that there's documented proof, and we still show you the proof. You still want to go out there and lie. Again, what are you going to do with that information? What are you going to do with that? What equity does that bring you? I'm going to get last for saying this, and I'm going to get hate for saying this. Y'all literally, by y'all doing this, I hope y'all realize you've proven a very big statement that FBA and ADOS consistently tell y'all. Y'all had to flee something to go to something better. Damn, I'm going to get in trouble for saying that. Damn it. I'm going to get in trouble for saying that. I don't care no more. My villainy has evolved. I don't care no more. You fuckers fled from dying genres to go to a genre, and now y'all killing it. Damn, I'm gonna get in trouble for saying that. I don't care no more. Unfucking believable.
I'm gonna fight all these urges, my brother.
Shock, I'm trying, brother, but they piss me off every time they do shit like this. We got problems. We got problems. You Negroes are on there worrying about Zion Williamson and this dumb broad. Jamaica got problems. Again, Daniel Rose killer, they still don't have a suspect, and it's been damn near 3 weeks. I don't hear none of you niggas down there saying something. Why y'all not pressing wholeness? Y'all out there sucking them off now because he's talking about putting up new gates on people's community, trying to make it look better. Praise to him for that. How is that going to address the brain drain in Jamaica? Trinidad, y'all are still on a level 3 travel advisory with Jamaica. Haiti, you're on 4. Who cares about hip hop right now? Who cares? Go hold your leaders accountable.
Who cares?
It's annoying now. Let me guess, y'all gonna do this again when the Grammys show up again, right? Y'all gonna do this again. Now y'all running out here claiming everybody that we liked growing up, and they're coming out now. All of a sudden they got Caribbean roots. So the fuck what? Y'all would be the same ones bitching at white people if they were like, oh, hey, Gwyneth Paltrow, guess what? She's got British heritage. That's why she's such a great actress. Oh, Tom Holland, his lineage goes to South Africa. That's why he's so great. If they just kept doing this with white people, y'all be the first one talking about, oh, why are they mentioning all this? Why are you trying to make white people great and all this? Now y'all want to sound like them. Now here you are. Who gives a okay? If LL Cool J is Bajan, so fucking what? So what? He's a legend in hip hop. Who cares? He don't claim you. I've never seen him wear a Bajan flag a day in my life. He don't claim you. So what? Then I saw some idiot say Jay-Z's Jamaican. Okay, I've never seen Jay-Z wear a Jamaican flag ever in life. Who cares? What are you gonna go after him now for not claiming his heritage? Maybe you don't want to be it. Who cares? If this is the fight and these are the hills you want to die on, who cares? Do it. Fine. You're going to alienate yourselves and just what I read you about what the Supreme Court did. Now y'all on your own island. All that talking. Guess what? All my FBA and ADOS people in the room, they're happy as fuck right now. They got a major victory, again, towards having some sort of equal rights with these racist ass colleges. They can upgrade these HBCUs, and they just got a Supreme Court decision that they can use in their reparations claim. What the fuck do y'all have out of this? Y'all just got fucked and don't even realize it. And ironically, a Jamaican was on the team that said, nah, we're going to go lineage based now. Black people who were descended from slaves up here got a raw deal. They finally said it. They got a raw deal. We need to fix it. The rest of you fucks, we've given y'all a free ride. The free ride is over. And again, ironically, it was under Biden. They said that.
Insult to my existence.
So yeah, How do you feel now? I know I'll keep repeating certain things, but I need y'all to understand this. The bullshit y'all worry about it means nothing right now. All you Nigerians out there that wanted to cosplay black folk, but then when it came time to get important things done, then you want to fly your flag. Can't do that no more. Yes, Great Black Shark, the Garth Knight. Yes. We're embracing villainy here. We're on Garth Knight time right now. You Negroes. I need all you Negroes from the Caribbean and Africa. I need y'all to pick up this book, 48 Laws of Black Empowerment. I need y'all to take off your fake kufis and get some real ones, because now you're about to experience what the cousins up here have been experiencing for 400 fucking years. You're about to get shown exactly what it means to be a black person in America. Fuck your flag. You gonna learn. They're going to advance, and us in the Caribbean and African diaspora, we're going to have to go pick up the pieces now, because y'all wanted to sit up there and buddy up to white supremacy. And white supremacy, we have told you time and time and time again, they break their tools. You're no longer useful. No influence. It's not that you think we've always tried to tell them. We have told them. If it ain't me, it was Torian. If it wasn't Torian, it was Great Black Shark. If it wasn't Great Black Shark, it was you. It was Carla. It was John Guillory, 225 Girl, Afro. Everybody that's been in chat, try to tell them, knock this shit off. They're coming for you. You guys are the exotic black folks. You serve a purpose. You are good to have on the arm and good to have in the sack. Now they don't need you no more. Their birth rates are in the toilet. They got to get together. They don't care no more. They don't need you. And ironically, it was a black man who's descended from here that told y'all that. And the Jamaican woman who tried to fight against it. But he could say that was most impactful was, this is a tragedy to us all. Us. And we know who the us she's talking about. Everybody that ate y'all. So, in honor of what's going to happen to y'all, we have a quick little video that we want to show the family what's going to happen to the Caribbean and African diaspora, because y'all wanted to play biscuit games instead of doing what you should have been doing, is working with us to secure these reparations so you can go to your homelands with the legislation and help me go get the reparations for our people from Europe and Asia. This is what they're going to do to you going forward.
Fuck out of here.
That's right. They're going to send you on your way. And hopefully that broom don't hit you. Dumbasses. Never going to learn. I want to know how this is going to impact the election next year. That's what I want to know. Again, this was Biden's Supreme Court. Don't give me no Trump shit. Because again, that man said he was for affirmative action. Where's Biden's statement on this? Let's see. Before we get up out of here, let's see if he made a statement. He did. Would y'all like to see Biden's statement? We have the statement. Tabernacle. Joe Biden, Donald Trump, Barack and Michelle Obama react to Supreme Court's affirmative action decision. It just came down about an hour, 10 minutes ago. They wrote this article. I honestly want to see our Caribbean continental African family get on code and do well worldwide. I would love that too, but we got too many hard-headed. I'm gonna be nice. We got too many hard-headed, melanated people that are mostly tropical who want to argue about dumb stuff because it's going to give them hits on social media instead of talking about the true issues. Or they want to put out some fabricated image of the Caribbean where it's just sand and clear water and palm trees and great drinks and smiling people, when in reality, every time a Caribbean person gets the opportunity, they run instead of building up the country. But okay, let's see what Joe Biden, Donald Trump, Barack, and Michelle Obama said about the goddamn SCOTUS ruling.
Insult to my existence.
President Joe Biden strongly disagrees. Strongly disagrees. Now, remember, this is the same man who said he wants to have the most inclusive administration in history, which means he wanted the most inclusive American country ever. Just not black people. Michelle Obama wrote her heartbreaks. Right. While Donald Trump called Thursday a great day as the country reacts to the Supreme Court's decision to strike down affirmative action in college admissions. Now, the way they wrote this, they're trying to say Donald Trump's a racist, but who cares? In a 6-3 decision, the court overturned admissions plans at Harvard and University of North Carolina, the nation's oldest and private and public colleges, respectively. The two programs violate the Constitution's Equal Protection Clause, Chief Justice John Roberts wrote for a conservative majority. Yet they've been doing it for decades, but of course, now y'all want to say something, but okay. Let's skip all this. Biden on Twitter released the following statement. For decades, the Supreme Court recognized the college's freedom to decide how to build a diverse student body and provide opportunity. Today, the court walked away from precedent, effectively ending affirmative action in higher education. I strongly disagree with this decision. Well, you can do your thing. You can put an executive order if you win to put it back, but you're not going to win, so it doesn't matter. Suck on my dick. That's what we tell you, old Biden face. Damn it, I'm going to break a record today.
Insult to my existence.
Obama took to Twitter with a lengthy response to the decision, in which he said, today is a reminder that we've got to do work, not just enact policies that reflect our values of equity and fair. What did I tell y'all about that word? What did I just tell y'all about an hour ago about the word equity? This is what they want. They want equity. They don't want equal rights for us. They want equity. They want us all to have full integration. Stay away from like this. Bro, what you on? Watch these people that talk about equity. Today is a reminder that we've got to do work, not just to enact policies that reflect our values of equity and fairness, but to truly make those values real in all of our school, workplaces, and neighborhoods. You mean like you and your husband building that mansion in Hawaii? Let me shut up before I get, I'm not going to say nothing. Damn, so she wrote a whole essay. Do y'all want me to read the whole essay? You know what? We're not even going to read the whole essay. This is what I'm going to do because I know y'all really don't care about old Michelle. So this is what we finna do. I'm going to put that link in the chat. Y'all can go read that later. Fuck. Hold on. Damn. Yeah, let's use this one instead. Use that big ass link. I don't know what the hell that is. That's what we gonna do. I don't want equity, ma'am. I want equal rights. The fuck? Trump, on the other hand, said people with extraordinary ability and everything else necessary for success, including future greatness for our country, are finally being rewarded. We haven't gotten to that point yet, but okay. Former President Barack Obama retweeted Michelle Obama's comment and said in a statement that affirmative action allowed generations of students like Michelle and me to prove, Michelle and I, to prove we belong. Now it's up to all of us to give young people the opportunities they deserve. Help students everywhere benefit from new perspectives. Well, y'all should have done that decades ago, but you didn't. Okay? You were on the phone with Harvard's president every year yelling about money. Your man Biden told y'all to cut Pell Grants. I don't want to hear nothing about new opportunities that people deserve. You were trying to actively take those away from black folks. I don't want to hear it. Sit down somewhere in your Hawaiian mansion until the tsunami comes. Do that for me. And that's it. You fools piss me off with these stupid statements. You don't care, sir. You never did. You could have ended this during your tenure. Again, they started this in 2014. Focus, my camera. Focus. There you go. They started this in 2014. This suing of these schools. You did nothing. 2016, it ramped up before you left. You did nothing. But that's okay. That's okay. Enough. Now let's see y'all flee to righteousness.
Be nice. Let's be nice. We don't have to go there. I mean, you're not wrong, but you didn't have to say it. I mean, good Lord.
What did you expect, M. Flournoy? His mother is white. He thinks like a white supremacist. Of course he would say something like that. How are you, a black man, going to go on TV and call another black man a jackass? We know Kanye is off code a lot, but at a certain point, as a black man, you don't diss another black man on TV. You certainly don't do it on a worldwide stage when you were probably the most popular person on the planet. You don't do that. You say, you know what? Kanye's allowed his First Amendment rights. I don't always have to agree with it, but I respect him for talking, and leave it at that. You went and called that man a jackass. Yeah, no. But anyway, y'all, I'm gonna get out of here. This was fun. I think I broke my record for paying that Garth Knight clip. I think I broke the record. But again, this is a great win for Black American descendants of slavery. This is a great win. This is a great win for the Caribbean and African class. Facts. Great Shark. He didn't. And he threw Eric Holder under the bus over Fast and Furious, but you know. But this is good, family. Now, hey, Nigerians, hey, Jamaicans, Haitians, Trinidadians, Ethiopians, y'all gonna have to compete now. This is gonna be fun. Computer robots. Are you doing any more shows later? I guess I could let it out the bag, I guess. I might be on Just Talking with TD and Rob at 3:00. I might be there. So, yeah. If not, nah, I'm not going to be doing another show. I do want to do a video about what Bow Wow said about hip hop. I do want to do that video. I want to get into the algorithm. I like that statement he put out. I like that. I want to piss him off. But yeah, enjoy the warm weather wherever you are. Enjoy the. I'm sorry, my wife just walked in. Walk slower. All right, I gotta go. All right, y'all. Take care, stay safe, and y'all know what to do. Well, for one thing, tell the white supremacists this when they try to mess with you when you celebrate this decision.
Now get out. Two of you are fucking up a nice day.
And then you tell the agitators of peace that want to mess up your existence.